The New York Knicks have undeniably been one of the biggest laughingstocks in the NBA over the past 20 years. One of the biggest reasons behind the Knicks' futility is their inability to land the big free agents. Just recently, the Knicks literally traded away their best player to create cap space to sign Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, only to watch them go to the team in the other borough. Well, that embarrassment is just one of millions of screw-ups. In 2009, the Knicks put all their chips into signing LeBron. Instead of building the team organically, the Knicks traded guys like Zebo and Jamal Crawford for cap room in 2010 to land the biggest fish in free agency in LeBron James. Well, we all know how that went down. LeBron teamed up with Wade and Chris Bosh in Miami to win multiple titles. The Knicks gave a $100 million contract to Stoudemire's corpse. Now Amar'e Stoudemire gets triggered and threatens to fight fans on Instagram when they tell him only the Knicks were dumb enough to max out his broken knees. Anyway, it looks like there was actually a legit chance LeBron would come to New York. It was just reported yesterday that the Knicks were actually the favorite to land LeBron, but the Knicks shot themselves in the foot. Before we continue, if you like videos like this, I have plenty more of them on the channel, so check them out. Please subscribe. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subs before July, and your support is really appreciated. Bill Simmons of The Ringer said based on everyone he knows, the Knicks pretty much took themselves out of the running to sign LeBron. Quoting the article from Bleacher Report, it was basically the Knicks to lose, and they just couldn't stay out of their own way. The stories are legendary. Ouch. So how did the Knicks manage to royally screw up signing LeBron? Well, apparently, when the Knicks had their meeting with LeBron, they weren't even trying to convince him with reasons related to basketball. Instead, they tried to convince Bron with glamorous off-the-court reasons. They reportedly even got former actors from the show The Sopranos to reprise their roles to convince LeBron. Yes, The Sopranos. If this is true, this obviously looks really bad for the Knicks. This means they legitimately had a chance to sign one of the greatest players ever in the middle of his prime, and they just let it slip through their fingers. So, were the Knicks really on the brink of signing LeBron? Well, believe it or not, there actually is some evidence that this is true outside of that source. LeBron James infamously broadcasted his decision to join the Miami Heat live on ESPN, which is known as The Decision. This announcement was actually broadcasted in Greenwich, Connecticut, which is really close to the Knicks practice facility in Westchester. If LeBron was originally planning to announce his choice to go to Miami, why didn't he just make the announcement in Florida? It's very possible that the reason why the decision was made in the tri-state area was because LeBron was actually right about to sign with the Knicks. Before LeBron made his decision, the Knicks signed Amar'e Stoudemire, who was one of the top stars in the league and didn't break down due to his knees just yet. It may not have been a championship team, but a duo of prime LeBron and prime Stoudemire would have undoubtedly been one of the top teams in the East. The Knicks did manage to win 41 games and make the playoffs as a 6th seed by a Stoudemire-led team that season. Now, I already know a lot of people are calling BS, and I get it. Why would LeBron opt to sign with the Knicks over joining a big three in Miami with D. Wade and Chris Bosh? After all, LeBron was planning to form a big three with D. Wade since the year 2008. But what's important to remember is that during the time of Bron's decision, Miami's big three was not a lock yet. The reason for this is because Chris Bosh was originally going to the Bulls. In the summer of 2010, the Bulls offered Chris Bosh a max contract, and he reportedly gave the Bulls a verbal agreement. In fact, via Brian Windhorst of ESPN, Chris Bosh, according to more than one person in the organization, said straight up, "I'm coming to play for the Bulls. This is where I want to be." Even though Bosh said he was going to the Bulls, we all know that he ended up forming the Big Three in Miami. Why would Bosh change his mind? Remember, in order for the Big Three to fit under the salary cap, they all had to take pay cuts. I'm just speculating here, but I believe Wade took a pay cut to allow Bosh to sign with the Miami Heat. Based on the evidence, it looks like after Chris Bosh pulled a DeAndre Jordan on the Bulls and signed with Miami, LeBron changed his mind last minute and decided to sign with Miami instead of the Knicks. This makes sense when you consider that Bosh wasn't even supposed to be in the Big Three. The third piece was supposed to be Melo, but Melo screwed that up by signing a 5-year deal with the Denver Nuggets instead of a 3-year deal. Once Bosh decided to sign with Miami, combined with the Knicks totally screwing up their meeting with LeBron by talking about the Sopranos, it became clear to LeBron that Miami was the right choice, and the rest is history. I think one of the biggest takeaways from this royal screw-up by the Knicks is that they need to learn that the glamour of playing in New York is not enough to land the marquee free agents. If they had focused more on talking about how their team could potentially win multiple championships, maybe they reach a verbal agreement before LeBron decides to change his mind. This reminds me back in 2015 when the Lakers' pitch to LaMarcus Aldridge was awful because they tried to sell him on Hollywood instead of actually competing. These stars want to win championships. The Knicks need to build through the draft and focus on player development. When they've organically become a good team, landing a marquee talent will be easy. With that said, what do you guys think? Was LeBron really about to sign with the Knicks until they screwed it up? Let me know in the comments. With that said, don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.